Hey guys, welcome back. So we are going to continue with Unit 6, the workbook homework. So let's do that. Okay, so I moved myself before we got started just so that we don't have any problems as we continue with this part of the exercise. I may have to move myself again so that we can see other work as we continue with Unit 6. All right, so we've looked at the bulletin board. And by the way, a bulletin board, as you can see, it's this board right here. And sometimes you'll go into like a workplace in your workplace or in the library or someplace like that. And you'll see a board that has these different, or a community center, you'll see a board that has these different papers on it, right? With tax, right? Papers on it that talk about different classes and just different things going on. And so that's what a bulletin board is. Repeat after me. Bulletin board. Bulletin board. Okay. Awesome. So we read the bulletin board the last lesson. Now let's look at the questions. The first question: what time is the library volunteers meeting? So we come up here, we look at library volunteers. Here's a meeting, and it says what time? And we see right here, 5:30 p.m. So our complete sentence is, the meeting is at 5:30 p.m. It's important to note that it's asking for a specific time, so we say at 5:30 p.m. The meeting is at 5:30 p.m., as we can see right here. Number 2, what day is the school open house? What day is the school open house? So we come up here and we look at where it says day. Now notice it didn't say date, it said day. Okay, so we see the day is Saturday. So our complete sentence is, the open house is on Saturday. The open house is on Saturday. Next question. What time does the driving class start? What time does the driving class start? And we come up here, we find driving class, and we look at time, but it's asking for the time it starts. So you don't give the entire time, you only give the starting time, which we see right here is 7. And then we see what time of day, it's a.m., right? So our complete sentence is, the class starts at 7 a.m. And I should say the driving class, because there are lots of different classes, right? The driving class starts at 7 a.m. Right? Next question. What time does the exercise class end? What time does the exercise class end? And we look here, we see exercise class, and we see 9 to 10 a.m. So the end time is 10 a.m. So our sentence is, the exercise class ends at 10 a.m. The exercise class ends at 10 a.m. Next one. What day is the job fair? What day is the job fair? We come up here, again, we see day, we see job fair, we see day and Saturday. So our sentence is, the job fair is on Saturday. On Saturday. Okay, so far we've used at because of specific times. We've used on because of specific days. The next question, number 6, when does the job fair start? When does the job fair start? Job fair? The job fair starts at 2 p.m. The job fair starts at 2 p.m. All right. Number 7. What hours are baseball practice? What hours are baseball practice? So we come up here to baseball practice. And it asks for the hours. So 3 to 6. Baseball practice hours are 3 to 6. It doesn't say AM or PM, so I didn't write that here, but we know it has to be PM because I don't think anybody is out practicing baseball at 3 a.m. People are usually asleep or sometimes people are at work, but practicing baseball, I don't think so. Okay. The last question got chopped off of this, but there's one more question, and that is, what date is the school open house? What date? Now this question asks for the date, right? So we come up here to school open house. We look at date, and our sentence is, the school open house is on January 5th. Excuse me. The school open house is on January 5th. So you notice they have just January 5 right here, which that's fine. But when we write sentences, or when we say it, at least when we say it, we don't say the school open house is on January 5. No, we say the school open house is on January 5th. Okay. All right, so that's it for the homework. And now we will just continue in Unit 6. All right, so we're in Unit 6, and I moved myself again. Hi, I'm down here now. Here I am over here. All right, so Unit 6, we are now on page 76. We are on page 76 in your student book. Page 76 in your student book. If I put that there, you can't see it, but. And this lesson is about reading. So we'll be doing quite a bit of a reading in this lesson. But before we read, it says to talk about Bob. This is Bob over here. We've got Bob's picture up on a bulletin board. And Bob has a new job. So we're going to look at the picture and we're going to answer these questions. Okay. Bob has a new job. So let's first look at the picture. All right. And the first question is, what is Bob wearing? What is Bob wearing? Well, when we look, we see that he has on a cap, and the cap has a word on it. It says security. Security. So he's wearing a security cap, and he's got on glasses, and then of course he has on a shirt and tie. Okay. So what do you think his new job is? That's the second question. What do you think his new job is? My son likes to do this. Okay, so Bob's new job is probably in security, as a security officer, perhaps. Well, let's go ahead and listen to this reading about Bob. We're going to listen to it first, and then we are going to read it together. We're going to practice our pronunciation and our reading together. And then after that, we will do the exercises that are down here that you can't see right now. Okay, so first let's listen.
Page 76, Exercise 2. Meet our new employee, Bob Green.
Please welcome Bob. He is a new security guard. He works the night shift at the East End factory. Bob starts work at 11 at night. He leaves work at 7 in the morning. Bob likes these hours because he can spend time with his family. Bob says, I eat breakfast with my wife Arlene and my son Brett at 7:30 every morning. I help Brett with his homework in the afternoon. I eat dinner with my family at 6:30. Then we watch TV. At 10:30, I go to work. Congratulations to Bob on his new job.
All right. So that's about Bob. Okay. So let's go ahead and do our pronunciation practices and our reading together. Okay. So I'm coming over here. And here I am up here. Just had to move myself out of the way. And so we are going to go through, I want you guys to really pay attention to how I pronounce words and how your mouth should be formed when you're saying certain words, okay? All right. Meet our new employee, Bob Green. You can just listen to me right now as I read, and then I will read so that you can repeat after me. All right? Please welcome Bob. He is a new security guard. He works the night shift at the East End factory. Bob starts work at 11 at night. He leaves work at 7 in the morning. Bob likes these hours because he can spend time with his family. Bob says, I eat breakfast with my wife Arlene and my son Brett at 7:30 every morning. I help Brett with his homework in the afternoon. I eat dinner with my family at 6:30. Then we watch TV. At 10:30, I go to work. Congratulations to Bob on his new job. Yay, Bob. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and have you guys repeat after me. Okay. Let's start with 2. Meet our new employee, Bob Green. Repeat after me. Meet our new employee, Bob Green. Please welcome Bob. He is a new security guard. He works the night shift at the East End factory. Bob starts work at 11 at night. He leaves work at 7 in the morning. Bob likes these hours because he can spend time with his family. Bob says, I eat breakfast with my wife, Arlene, and my son, Brett, at 7:30 every morning. I help Brett with his homework in the afternoon. I eat dinner with my family at 6:30. Then we watch TV. At 10:30, I go to work. Congratulations to Bob on his new job. All right, cool. So now we are going to read this together. Okay, so read with me this time around. All right, let's start. Meet our new employee, Bob Green. Please welcome Bob. He is a new security guard. He works the night shift at the East End factory. Bob starts work at 11 at night. He leaves work at 7 in the morning. Bob likes these hours because he can spend time with his family. Bob says, I eat breakfast with my wife, Arlene, and my son, Brett, at 7:30 every morning. I help Brett with his homework in the afternoon. I eat dinner with my family at 6:30. Then we watch TV. At 10:30, I go to work. Congratulations to Bob on his new job. All right. So that's our reading and pronunciation. So we are going to come back over here to this page. And hi, I'm down here now. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this reading. Let's look at this tip box right here. And it says, to help you remember, ask questions as you read. Who is this reading about? What is this reading about? And when does Bob work? So who? We know that this reading is about Bob Green. That's the who. Okay? What is this reading about? Well, we are talking about Bob being a new employee, which means that Bob has a new job. Okay, so this reading is about Bob's new job. When does Bob work? We know that Bob starts work at 11 at night. It's called the night shift, right? The night shift. Okay, so we are going to answer some questions about what we read, and we will pick up in the next lesson. We will answer the questions, and then we will continue on in Unit 6. All right, see you guys soon.